皆さん、こんにちは. This is week 4 of Year 8 Japanese for term 2. This week, we're reviewing what we have learned in the previous 2 weeks, which is going places. We'll also look at another new topic. Topic 2 will be called Japanese cities, and we'll be learning a little bit about 6 different Japanese cities and how to read and write them. Let's review what we have learned from the previous 2 weeks. We have learned I go or I will go is place に行きます。place に行きます。We have learned, in addition to place に行きます, we know how to say I don't go. place に行きません。place に行きません。And finally, we also learned how to ask a question. Do you go? place に行きますか? place に行きますか? These are the following vocab we have learned last week. We have learned Tokyo for Tokyo, machi for city, umi for beach, 学校 for school, uchi for home, 公園 for park, and party for party. We can use any of those words in the sentence place に行きます. For example, 学校に行きます. Now, can you write one sentence each using the vocab from last slide? For number 1, place に行きます. For number 2, place に行きません. And for number 3, place に行きますか? Have a go writing those 3 sentences in your workbook. Now, the topic of this week is Japanese cities. Our learning intention is to learn vocabulary on Japanese cities and use them in sentences. Our success criteria is I can say / write Japanese city names in Japanese using Japanese characters and use them in sentences. A bit of background knowledge on Japan and the map of Japan. Japan has 8 regions in its main island. You can think of regions like how Australia has different states. For example, Victoria is a state in Australia, and the main city in Victoria is called Melbourne. In those 8 regions in Japan, there are also many big cities, and today we'll focus on 6 of them. They are Tokyo, Osaka, Kyoto, Hiroshima, Fukuoka, and Sapporo. On the right-hand side of this slide, you can see the Japanese map, which has been color-coded into 8 different regions. I will now show you roughly where each of these 6 cities are on the Japanese map. First of all, Tokyo. In the green region, you can see Tokyo is roughly right in the middle of the Japanese main island. Somewhere next to it, to the south, is Kyoto. And then next to Kyoto is Osaka. Next we have Hiroshima in the orange region. And finally, at the end of the Japanese island is Fukuoka. Sapporo, however, is at the very top of the Japanese island where it is the coldest and very good place for skiing and snowing. Now, let's look at a few sentences. We have already learned Tokyo ni ikimasu from last week, so this is just a little revision for you. Tokyo ni ikimasu. Next, we have Kyoto ni ikimasu. Kyoto ni ikimasu. I'm going to Kyoto. You'll notice that on the right-hand side of each slide, you'll see the kanji characters of how to write these cities. For example, those 2 characters is how you write Kyoto in kanji. You're not expected to write kanji for the cities, but these are there for students who are attempting to aim high. And most of us, we are expecting just for you to write in hiragana and be able to read the romaji to pronounce each city. Next, we have Osaka ni ikimasu. Osaka ni ikimasu. Notice how the true Japanese spelling of Osaka has 2 O, whereas the English has been shortened just to 1 O. So the actual spelling is Osaka, And the sentence is 大阪に行きます。Next, we have 広島に行きます。広島に行きます。You'll know from history that Hiroshima is famous for the World War II bombing in Hiroshima in 1945. And you'll see in this picture, this is the memorial park in Hiroshima, which people go to remember this event, and it is a world famous site. Many of our students has actually visited this site in the Japan study tour in 2019. Next, we have 札幌に行きます。札幌に行きます。I'm going to Sapporo. And finally, 福岡に行きます。福岡に行きます。福岡 is very close to where our sister school Shoyokan is located at the bottom end of the map, of the Japanese map. So these are the 6 cities we have now looked at: Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka, Hiroshima, Sapporo, and Fukuoka. As I have stressed before, we are looking for you to learn how to write these 6 cities using hiragana. However, some of us will be looking to write them in kanji, those of us who are aiming high. The sentence structure we're using is still ni ikimasu. Now, for week 4, the compulsory task is a map of Japan video task. In order to do this, you need to first watch the following video we have attached for you. It is a YouTube clip. After you have watched the YouTube clip, you need to answer the questions from the PDF worksheet we have attached for you on Google Classroom, and you can do this work in your workbook, or you can do it on your device using Word or Google Docs. In order to submit your work, if you did it in your workbook and you have handwritten your work, take a photo of your work and send it to your teacher's email. If you did it on your device, also you can send it to your teacher's email, or you can upload it onto Google Classroom. Please remember this work will be due on the 13th of May, which is exactly 1 week away. And if you have any questions regarding the work or today's content, feel free to contact your Japanese teacher. Good luck. 皆さん、さようなら。